Alright, welcome back to NationWars, where we are getting ready for a final match here on Friday evening, live from Paris. With me on the desk, my two lovely French Protosses. Man, it's an all Protoss desk over here.
Yeah, I mean, it usually is, though, right?
At Home Circuit Cup. But here?
Yeah, like most tournaments, people always complain how, there's like a lot of Protosses. All commentators are like ex-Protosses.
Except for the last DreamHack, there was not a single Protoss there. It's like Snoot, Apollo, Nathanius, the Muslim.
Yeah, actually.
They're getting sick of us, Dot. We gotta fight for our rights.
And we got a prediction here.
Immediately. Yeah, man! That's so dumb with you. That's so stupid. You're just doing that on purpose. That's not a realistic prediction at all.
Yeah?
Like, who do you think is going to start?
Bunny's going to come out swinging.
You think Bunny is going to start and will just pour all Holland?
Yeah.
You're just doing that to taunt me. I ain't falling for it. What did Drogo predict?
You already did.
4-2. Okay, not bad. I can dig it for Drogo. What are your
Apollo,
expectations? What did Apollo say? 4-3, a close one. So you're the only one who's expecting a Denmark victory over here, Tom.
Yeah. And what a victory it is going to be.
If you would be right here, that would be one of the most legendary predictions. It's not just that everybody has one team and you have the other one. You have the other team in a sweep.
Yeah, man.
Like, if I would be the bookmaker, I'd give you 50-1 on those.
I'm feeling the Bunny hype.
I don't think he's going to start, though. Like, I don't think it makes sense for a player like Bunny to start, unless he's absolutely in love with the first map and just wants to take it, since he's on the roll right now. But
yeah. He's enough, though. Like, he's a Terran player, man. He can play on any map there is.
Central Protocol?
Easy.
It's actually not that bad for Terran, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of airspace. But I guess that map's kind of awkward for every race.
Okay, we see the lineup here. Yona has been having a pretty tough time. I remember him as a very strong Zerg that was playing Mutas very well in Heart of the Swarm. And like, I remember having a pretty tough time against him, and then he went to a DreamHack, and I think he beat Hero, like Liquid Hero or something. So kind of sad not to see him play as well so far.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know that he's a strong Zerg. He didn't play a whole lot of Legacy of the Void beta, but he's definitely better than what he has shown so far at NationWars 3. And of course, if you don't know him that well, you're probably not that impressed with him yet. But I don't think he is like the absolute... I mean, I guess he is the weakest player compared to Utermo and Harsum, just because they are a little bit more accomplished and maybe more well-rounded. But Yona is strong and definitely has what it takes to get a couple of important victories for Team NL.
Favorite victim, J Power, man. I really wish your name was there. You haven't played enough with these guys.
No, not competitively. I've played against Yona on ladder a couple times.
And then Uthermal, definitely the best performing player, I think, so far from Netherlands.
Yep.
Harstem, maybe disappointing a little bit. Can we say that?
No, I think Harstem was pretty okay yesterday. I don't think disappointing is very fair. He was able to get a victory over Scarlet, and then he was also able to get a very convincing victory over Death Row. So I don't think it's fair to say that he was disappointing. It just, the PvP wasn't his game, and the first PvZ that he lost was a very long, close match. So.
It's maybe not that disappointing to us, but for him, like, I feel like he really wants to show that he's really good right now. So for him to just get one win against Death Row is nowhere near enough what he wants.
He also...
he won the match with Sky, but I don't know. Like, I feel like he really wanted to win last time. So.
Yeah, but you shouldn't forget that he also played a PvP on the North American server while being in Korea, and he played a PvZ on the North American server being in Korea. I don't think we should call it disappointing.
Look at my shirt, man.
Be very upset with it. Sorry?
Look at my shirt. Not on purpose. Full Funka right there.
You're 3D, Todd. Almost looks like we can see through you. We always knew you had no soul, but...
Just don't mistake me for Apollo.
We know you have a lot of love to give. So we're just getting ready for a small chit-chat with the team captains. As soon as they're ready, we're going to hear a couple words from Bunny and, of course, from Harstem as well. Kev the King. I do think that the Dutchies are pretty confident going into this one. And I also believe that Denmark probably think that they are going to win this match. So that should mean good stuff for us. Like, we're in for a treat over here.
Yeah. Netherlands, though, probably anticipated Mexico to go through. So, like, in terms of game plan, they have to rethink the entire thing. They're only going to have a couple minutes to do so. But I guess for Mexico, they expected Major to be a real threat, whereas now it's more Bunny, which I guess they will know a little bit more about him, but this vice versa, like he will also know quite a bit about them. That changes the dynamic of the match quite a bit.
I mean, they had to prepare for a strong Terran. Oh, no, it's another strong Terran, so maybe it's not that different from what they wanted to do initially.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there. They probably expected Mexico, but then you're still worried about the star player, which in that case would be Major. And now the star player is going to be Bunny. The rest of the roads, I think Space Marine is a dangerous Protoss, though. That's definitely not one to be underestimated. We saw him go up against U-Thermal and also Yona, and he looked very strong in his match against Yona. Played it very safe. Like, really had the approach of, like, I'm the better player over here. I'm not going to take any unnecessary risk. And I'm just going to play my game.
He's been opening quite a bit. Right? Did he open both times when they played?
Yes.
Yeah, so have they become predictable in that regard? And those Netherlands try to adjust? I feel like there is a decent chance we're going to see Bunny come out first here.
If it's black on the roulette wheel 2 times in a row, does it mean it's going to be black the 3rd time, Todd? Well, I guess we're about to find out as the captains are ready, so let's just hear from Bunny and Harston.
Hello everyone, joined here by my best friend, Mo-Man.
Yeah, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great next to you, Mo-Man. Really, really good. We're here for the pre-game interview, of course, from the Decider match. Joining us should be Harston, picking his nose, and Bunny. Hello, boys.
Hello.
We call that one, Kev.
I wasn't picking my nose, I was making the pig face, you know?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, very sure.
Kevin, I'll go straight with you. First of all, there's been a lot of confidence brewing around on Twitter. Roddy's been saying, Hup, Holland, Hup, all day. But Bunny is doing well, and he says that he can beat you.
Bunny says a lot of things. Not all of them are true, some are less true. I'm not sure. Yesterday went fairly easy. I expect today to be a little bit harder. It's just going to be a bit of the shape of the day, you know. I think yesterday wasn't completely fair, you know, for U-Thermal just all killing. I don't think it's going to happen again today. So I'm very curious to see what they have.
Are you tired? I mean, today's a lot earlier than yesterday, right?
Well, that's
I mean, it's
better
still
for
4 a.m. or whatever it is. Yeah, but
it's 4 a.m. now. Yeah. Yesterday I felt really, really bad, especially during the Canada NationWars, whatever you call it. But right now, like I don't feel too well because I haven't eaten in a while. So I'm gonna eat real quick after this interview while our first player sweeps the Danish first player.
So I got one question for you, Arstem. Did you see how he playing Bunny today? Because yesterday Bunny wasn't playing so good, but today he's very strong. How do you feel about if you play versus Bunny?
I'm very, very confident PvT. I think it's my best matchup. And I haven't shown any PvT yet, ever since I entered Korea. So I'm like this big mystery to all foreign players right now, especially Terrans. They're really scared of me, and they should be.
are you scared, Bunny?
Harstem is still Harstem no matter where he goes.
Good answer. So, what do you? I mean, we talked about it a little bit before, but I guess obviously your confidence is still going. You think you can drag it out long enough where Harstem falls asleep?
Well, we do have Lillikin on the team, so it's not entirely impossible. He looks pretty tired.
So, what do you think, Bunny? You play yesterday versus the Terran. You lose.
U-Thermal,
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think you will win now, today, if you play versus him? Because
Maybe. TVT to me is a little bit, like my results are a bit random because of the tank with the medevac thing. The games are so volatile, it's like one fight and then you win or lose the game. So it's very hard for me to predict TVT, and I also don't really understand the early game so well. But I think I should do a lot better than yesterday, at least.
All right, it's time for the predictions and first player. So we'll go with just the predictions to begin with. So Harston, what's the score going to be?
4-2.
Bunny?
Gonna go with the same thing as yesterday, 4-3.
Okay, and who's playing
Yesterday
first?
went so well for you.
Yeah.
Who's gonna open up for you then, Bunny?
Lillikin.
Okay, Harstem, who's starting? It's obviously not you because you've got food, but who?
Our favorite Zerg player, Jonah.
Okay, Jona
Actually-
versus Lillikin.
Actually, I was gonna open as well, but I was so busy beating Mexico, I didn't get to eat either. So.
So you two aren't playing because you both got to eat. Okay. Well, enjoy your food and enjoy the first match. And anything you'd like to say at all before we go? Chance to say anything to fans, people from your home country, or something to the opposing team? Kev, you want to go first? Anything at all?
Sure. Thanks everyone for the amazing support we've been receiving over the past few days. We really appreciate it, and we hope to keep on receiving this support while we move on to the round of 8. Thanks so much, guys, and good luck, Bunny.
Bunny, anything you want to say?
Yeah, thanks to the Danish guys who've been cheering on Twitter and stuff. And yeah, it's really cool to see some national support behind Starcraft. We rarely get to see it. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. And good luck to the Netherlands.
All right. Always
dude.
get into your Skype groups, go talk some messages and eat your food, and we'll hear from you both, or one of you, a little bit later on.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Nice game.
Nice game. You excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. I think it's time to the caster to take it. Take it easy, dude. Yeehaw!
Thank you very much, Moman and Sean, and of course, I won't say Apollo after I said Sean, I mean Bunny and Harsem. It's going to be a surprising CVT over here between Lillekanen and Yona. You could say the underdogs of these two nations.
Yeah, it seems like they are being sent out as a scout here. The traditional scouts see what's going on. You kind of hope like the better one of the two scouts is going to get the win so that he can put your nation ahead. So interesting choice here from both. And I'm not sure who I favor. Maybe Yona.
So in all honesty here, how important is this first match? Because we look at both these players, and most of the time, like if Lillekanen would win, then maybe Harstem Uturma goes next, and we kind of expect Lillekanen to lose. If Yona wins, then there's a good chance that Denmark sends Bunny out, and then Bunny is the favorite. So how important is this first match, truly?
I think this match is incredibly important because Lillekanen can shuttle like he knows what to do, and then Harstem is going to be really tired. So it's a really big deal for the Danish team.
Is that a Danish beer? Dansk Fadel.
Yeah, well, it sounds very Danish. I'm stuck in a hotel. I can't cover #NationWars 3, but I can watch it. Oh, Emil! Ah, shout out to Emil. So now we know why he always lags. Yeah, I love this picture. This is just a great picture, guys. I love that face of mine.
You're the girl, right?
That's one of my more flattering pictures ever taken, Todd.
Why is Emil in a hotel? That's a better question. Instead of being at home and casting the tournaments, apparently.
Why are you at a hotel at 8
a booty call?
8 p.m. on a Friday night? Krakow is a pretty good place, I've heard, Emil. All right, so we're getting ready.
Guy.
The first map is going to be played on the Ruins of Ceres. I'd say that's a pretty good map for Yona, unless maybe we would get the vertical spawning positions. I guess that's decent for Lillekanen, because that's going to make the rush distance a lot smaller. But cross map is not ideal for mech player.
But that's the thing, like the last time I've seen Lillekanen play, he was still going for a lot of mech units. And he won versus Newt, actually, I think, in the qualifier for DreamHack, making a lot of cyclones in his mech composition. So if Yona is not prepared for that, I actually think Lillekanen is heavily favored in this matchup.
Yeah, but like spawning position-wise.
It depends, yeah. Like, for example, in this position, Yona could do a really aggressive timings, which I guess could be good, but I don't know. I still favor Lillekanen.
I think these positions are decent for my Dutch Zerg brother. Spawning on the left top side of Runes for Sarens. Herp, Holland, Herp, go Yona! As he's our blue Zerg, spawning in the left top side.
And the top right of the map, this is the Terran Wonder, the king of turtling with mech, Lillekanen.
Definitely was in Heart of the Swarm, but in Legacy of the Void, I don't know as much if he's capable of doing something similar here. Definitely gonna have something crazy in store though a lot of the time.
Yeah, Lillekanen always did his own thing and was always the best at doing what he does.
A lot of one-base play actually back in Heart of the Swarm.
Oh yeah, in Out of the Swarm, he had a couple of one-base builds with Protoss, which were really annoying to deal with. Like you would always lose to it once, always. So maybe he has some of
never again.
Yeah.
But then he'd have a new one and beat you again.
Yeah. There's a strength of Lillekanen as a player, so.
I think these spawning positions are decent though for Yona. You know, we're looking at horizontal, it's not vertical. It's actually a very long map. It's a very large map. There's Zelnag Watcher in the middle as well. But even if Lillekanen would go for a mech composition and eventually decides to move out, there's plenty of opportunity for a counterattack here, no?
Yeah, definitely this map If you want to play mech, maybe you have to take your time and split the map in half.
Oh, well, then we really have to take our time. Then we ain't making it to Meltdown tonight, boys. If we're gonna have to see split map Runes of
This is
Ceres.
closing at 2 a.m. we will be far from done.
Final call will begin when we see our second match in this clan war. It's like, oh god.
Wait, was Denmark in Holland's group in the world in the Euro qualifier?
No, not in the last Euro qualifier, but when it comes to football history, there's a lot of history between Holland and Denmark. We played against them in the World Cup of 2010, where Holland finished as runner-up and we defeated them 2-0. But in our disastrously 2012 adventure, so to speak, of the Euro Cup, we lost against Denmark 1-0. Some random guy scored in like the 25th minute, and that's the only goal that ever happened in that game. And that was the start of Holland losing all 3 games at the Euro Cup of 2012, and we never talk about it again.
Never lucky.
As I was looking up Lilkanin playing mech, we see another barracks in the production tab. So while the sweeper is doing a lot of damage, good harass.
I'm gonna make an Apollo call over here. He's playing mech, boys.
Wow.
Oh! Getting the Reaper kill
And
here
the
would
Queen.
actually be quite big. The Queen should be able to get the shots up with the Lynx helping out as well. Drones! Yeah! Knocking off the Reaper.
The bias.
I mean, not a single
your
drone
turn.
lost there. I would have cheered either way, Todd. If that's
he
a
got away.
Zergling on the other side of the map and the Zergling dies, I'll cheer for the Marine too.
So
You know
killing the Reaper, Jonah is making 8 more Zergling, maybe looking to be aggressive, because he killed something he usually doesn't kill.
I don't mind it actually. I mean, Runes of Ceres, there's a crazy amount of surface area over here on the high ground. This is not the type of map where you have a bunker and you feel safe in your natural. These Lynx can run around for days. They can force SCVs to temporarily stop mining. They can maybe get a cheeky SCV kill or two. I think it's quite smart, and I think he should be able to do something with all these Lynx. Or maybe he was worried about a second Reaper follow-up, but that's not the case.
So it's double barracks into a pretty fast starport. I wonder what that is. Like, he's not producing out of the second barracks.
It's just like an in-between, you know, like just wanted to get the barracks to get his bio started, his bio production, but obviously gonna want to be rushing to that tech a little bit more.
Yona doesn't actually know yet where Lilakanen spawned. He's like, it's one base! No, it's not.
Red alert.
Yeah. So scan goes down in the main base as well. Roach farm being thrown down, but not in vision of this scan. So that's
And
good
Evo
news.
as well.
And one lonely Marine is gonna find out if there's a third base or not.
Yeah, he
Billy.
a little Marine. He tried to send out an SCV, but that SCV got picked up in the middle of the map by all these speedlings from
One
Yona.
Liberator starts. 2
Two
Liberators.
Ooh.
So I guess he's gonna be for those mineral lines here.
Oh, that's...
Okay, that's a little bit sloppy there by Lilakanen. And these links are going to be annoying. One of them do get trapped immediately, but still, it's a little bit lost mining time. Yona could have done
22
slightly more
links
there.
just started.
Yeah, I feel that Yona doesn't want to attack here. He doesn't want to go up to layer. I think he's just going to go for a big attack.
I guess get enough spores back at home to defend against the Liberators, go across the map and try and get a kill.
Wait, he's getting carapace and he's making extra drones. I'm a little bit confused by these 22 Zerglings.
Yeah, I feel like he's misreading a bit the situation because Lilkanin is gonna harass with his Liberators, but I don't think he's gonna move out of his bio anytime soon. So he's gonna hide behind his bunker and be fine versus these 22 Zerglings.
We saw it in the previous game between Jim Rising and Bunny that one Spore Crawler is often not going to be enough. You're going to need multiple Spore Crawlers if the Terran player decides to open up with 4 Liberators. That first Spore is in a good position though, should be able to get maybe 1 or 2 free shots up. I don't think this is enough. With the bunker there, a couple of SCVs being pulled, it's a lot of Zerglings, but bunkers are so strong in this phase in the game that I'm not sure about this engagement from Yona.
Yeah, a lot of SCV got pulled, but this bunker is gonna survive.
4 CVs all wanted to repair, and now the Liberator is gonna start on doing some damage onto that mineral line.
7 Roaches are on the way. You can morph a couple of them into Ravagers, but this is hurting, man. That Spore Crawler is a little bit out of position as well, so that's a few more drones that are going to fall. On the other side of the map, Zerglings are still being active, and a couple of SCVs did fall, but I like Lilakanen's position so far.
That Liberator is gonna die. I was moving the one in the natural. The one in the main moves on time.
Oh man.
And Yona is taking quite a bit of damage here. 9 drones already dead.
I think the Roaches are just running across the map. Am I seeing that correctly?
Yes, he's trying to counterattack.
Is there enough back at home though for Little Cannon?
Oh, God.
He's gonna have 2 more Liberators in a tank, so I think it's gonna be more than fine.
He's just
It's
never
pressure.
stopping making Liberators.
Yeah, well,
He's
that
having the time
one
of his
tank,
life.
the tank's going to be very important. I don't think this is enough damage output in these roaches. That bunker is full on HP again. The bunker did not fall. And with that tank there as well, I think the Danish Terran player Lillekanen is in an excellent position now. He
21
shouldn't
drones
die.
have died. That guy just won't die. That's Roddy in the club right
No,
there.
I
Playing
knew you were
drones.
going to say it. Why would I shoot drones in the club, Todd? That doesn't make any sense.
Sorry, Kev.
32 drones have fallen. This is looking terrible for our Dutch Zerg, who's still trying to make some magic happen on the other side of the map. He did get the bunker, but there are plenty of Marines over here for Lillekan, and that tank is still doing so much work. And I think Denmark is going to take a 1-0 lead here in a deciding nation war between Denmark and Holland to determine who is
Look at
going to
his
be joining us in the
butchers.
quarterfinals.
Yeah.
45 drones.
Jonah is feeling the freedom right now.
Anybody else want to play Terran on ladder and just make Liberators and clean up mineral lines? Because that was pretty sick.
That was pretty fun to look at.
He got liberated. I can't put it in any other words. Excellent play there by Lillekan and not cutting too many corners. That second Rex did help out quite a bit, guys. Allowed him to get a few extra Marines here and there. And he kept that bunker alive against all the Zerglings. And the moment the Zerglings ran into the natural, I was already worried because it looked like a lot of links, but we all know a couple of Marines behind SCVs and then the bunker, and then you repair the bunker. Most of the time, just Zerglings is just not going to cut it.
I feel really bad for Yona though. He's having a really rough time here in this Nation Wars. Getting pretty much demolished against anybody he meets so far.
But I still don't feel that this is the end of the world for the Dutch team. Like, it's not a great start because now we have to send out one of our bigger guns, you know, Uturmo or Harstem. And then, of course, Bonnie can determine whether he wants to play on maybe the third or the fourth map. If they win, first they have to take out Lillecannon, which is proven to be not easy because he just defeated Jonah. So the Dutch team is in an unfortunate spot, but if everything goes normal according to plan, then Uturmo or Harstem, whoever comes out now, should be able to win the next match.
Yeah, they should be favored for sure against Lil Cannon. But again, his greatest attribute and greatest strength is all these special builds that he has in store. Even though, like, I mean, if you look at last game, it wasn't particularly, you know, super crazy what he did, but in itself, it kind of suits him as a style to open for this many Liberators, commit a lot on trying to kill quite a few drones.
Yeah, it seems to be a Danish thing, right? We saw Bunny do it as well against Jim Rising, and I think Jim Rising handled it pretty well. Like, I was listening to the cast that you guys were doing, I was like, yeah, you know, he seems to be doing all right. But then you look at the worker count, it's like, okay, he has 6 sport crawlers now, and he's still down 10 workers, you know? He's still losing a couple drones. So who's going to beat Drogo?
Aston.
Todd?
A thermal.
Harstem.
I mean, if it's you thermal, your boy starts losing 0-4. Bam!
Harstem apparently still eating on those Korean noodles, or maybe he got some donkatsu or whatever.
Some kimbap.
Kimbap? Maybe some Korean barbecue.
Those are the days.
In the
when you
middle
can
of the night.
when you can just go downstairs, spend like $2 on like some sick food.
It is actually amazing how Korean barbecue in Korea is like, you know, you get an amazing meal for like $5 or $6, and then you go anywhere in Europe or America, it's like $28, please. It's like, you guys, I've been in Korea, it's not $28.
And with Uthermal coming out here, it's going to be very important for him not to lose here, because Harstem already yesterday had a little bit of trouble, you know, playing cross-server, playing on N8 from Korea. He maybe didn't have the bestest of performances. I was actually a little bit surprised. In an interview, he said that he thought that yesterday went pretty smooth.
I mean, he was mostly referring to the first match against Denmark, because they played against each other already, so I'm pretty damn sure that he was just
But I
referring
was mostly thinking about the whole performance, and like that second match was not particularly smooth for Netherlands.
But Netherlands against Denmark did go pretty damn smooth. I mean, yes, Jona lost against Space Marine, but then Uthermal just all killed. I mean, that's almost as smooth as it can be. We'll see. You know, the reason why I'm a tiny bit surprised to see Uthermal come out here is that Uthermal has been relatively vocal that he doesn't like TVT. You know, he doesn't like it, but he where he beat Bunny
Yeah, well, I
2-0
mean,
yesterday. But
If you listen to him, he doesn't like anything.
that's kind of true. Mark is Mark does like to complain every now and then.
He must be part French or something. Like he's.
Us Dutchies, we're pretty good at complaining as well. I'm
Yeah?
not going to lie. We complain about the weather all the time. It's like, you know, if the sun is not shining, it's like, oh, our weather is so bad all year long. And then we have 2 days of sunshine. It's like, oh, it's so hot. Like, why is it so hot? Like, the Dutch people are never happy, man.
Really, I thought it was a specific French thing.
Same.
Or like we take it to the next level. You know, the other day, I flew back to like my city, and like the belt where the luggage wasn't coming like anytime soon. It was taking forever, and then eventually it started. And the people, they did such like a typical French thing. They were like, as soon as the bell started, they were like, "Oh yeah, bravo!" And they all started clapping at the airport staff.
Wow.
They're like, "Yeah, they made it work!" Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, "Wow!" I feel like this is one of the only countries where like this would happen because they were so out of patience.
That's a little next level. I'm not sure if we would do that.
Yeah, that was not good.
We're getting ready to hop into Orbital Shipyard, which is going to be the second map for this match between Netherlands and Denmark. Obviously, the statistics of which race beats which one doesn't truly matter right now, as we are going to hop into a TVT. A very big match for Netherlands, needless to say, because if Uthermal doesn't win here and Netherlands would go down 0-2, that's where things start going very dicey. You need to bring out Harstem, and then Harstem needs to start off with pretty much an all-star performance immediately. Otherwise, you have to rely on your ace player, and that's just a lot of pressure. You don't want to put yourself in such an uncomfortable position early on.
I wonder actually if Netherlands has to use an ace. I wonder if it would be Harstem or Uthermal. Maybe it's like it will be decided on how the next few games go and who plays better. They don't have to set one right now. Like, oh yeah, if we all lose, like we'll send you. No.
No, for sure. They communicate with each other. They also ask, you know, how confident are you? I saw a little bit of the Skype group, because all the admins are in the Skype group as well. And I saw it's like, you know, how confident do you feel? So they'll discuss it with each other. But I think you make a very good point here. Like if Harstem plays a game against Bunny where he doesn't kill a single unit, you know, and just get dropped all over the place, there is a good chance that if it would come down to the ace match, that they would send out Uthermal. Either way, this is a very big game for the Dutch national team. I know a lot of the Dutch fans are watching. We don't have the greatest community or we don't have the biggest community in Europe, but we do have a very passionate community. That's what I try to say. As we are loaded into the second match on the top side of Orbital Shipyard, we're looking at the main base of Mark Sloppy, aka Uthermal, waving that Dutch flag with pride.
And his opponent is doing one of his traditional builds. He went for depot of gas and he's got an SCV across the map already. It is Lil Cannon.
Little Bunny. He calls himself a little bunny and then he cheeses, something that the real bunny would never do.
Yeah, but that's why he's a big bunny.
This is when the big brother does not approve of little brother's actions.
Are you talking from personal experience?
Yes, my brother put me in my place very frequently when I was young.
Last time on your stream I saw the chopper for just €5, that's all it took.
Alright, this is very important for Uthermal. He's sending out an SCV, so he's going to see this relatively quick. It's not as quick as you would love to see it, but at least he will see that there is no barracks on the other side of the map and no command center.
I like this by Lil Cannon, to be honest, because if he really thought he doesn't have a chance in a regular game, you might as well try something like this. Hope to get lucky, you know, maybe Uthermal doesn't scout, maybe he plays grid himself and dives to it. But in this case, he's gonna scout and be able to, I think, realize what's going on pretty
this
early.
Is still tricky. I mean, I'm sure Uthermal has played against this quite a few times, because I know this is a very popular build on the European server right now. The good old 2 proxy racks Reaper. Factory is going down for him as well. He's mining a lot of gas still, which makes me a tiny bit worried. What are you going to do with all that gas?
Though it's 1 and 1.
Okay, well, yeah, it was 3 and 3 at first. I was like, oh boy, that's way too much gas. You're not going to be able to use all that gas.
Is a bunker needed here or not?
Well, I think Reapers will just avoid the bunker, right?
Oh, he's singing
but
out
like
a lot of his
Oh my
what?
god. What?
Next level, he's pulling the boys! He's pulling the boys and rejoining them with Super Boys here with the Reapers.
That factory really needs to finish up. You want to get out the heli or two. Oh my god, this I'm starting to get a little
with
bit
the
worried.
bombs, to be honest, with the bombs on the Reaper, like those mines, this can do so much damage.
At least the factory finished up immediately. That's very important. First grenade doesn't really connect with a whole lot of SCVs. This is going to be a very intense micro battle. Oh, he focused on the depot for a second there.
That bomb, man.
That was very good, actually. The Reaper shot at the depot, so that's gonna make Utermo's life a tiny bit easier. He's taking a lot of SCV damage, but that's alright. All he needs to do is survive one time.
First Hellion comes out. What is he doing? That's such bad micro. Okay.
Supply? No,
Little cannon. He has to come here. He brought so many SCVs.
No, this is 100% all in. You can't transition out of this, man. He's not even building SCVs at home. And with a second Hellion, I think that Utermo is going to be in a phenomenal position. Has to be careful there, keep those Reapers alive. And so far, he's doing an excellent job in just doing that.
Yeah, Little Cannon is going to try to pull back. He was trying to take down his opponent's Reaper. And Utermo brings these own boys here to the fight, and with their second Hellion now, it looks like he's just defended and won the game.
Yeah, excellent hold, I think, by Utermo there. Did a really good job in just keeping his units alive. And
that was really poor. Really poor execution, I think. I don't like to be overly critical, but like he was weird.
Yeah, he made a couple of misclicks, I felt, and I felt like he brought SCVs, but then didn't want to commit immediately. I feel you have to jump on top of the army and just really get the best out of it. But I want to give credit where credit is due, and I think it was an awesome hold there by Utermo. He did a very good job in staying as patient as he could possibly be. Didn't overcommit, didn't lose a bunch of SCVs before his units were out. Hellion's getting some good shots up there, and I think that's just going to be it, man. 17 SCVs against 5. Like I said before, there's no way that you can transition out of this. This was super all in. Oh, he misclicked there with his Reapers again. And I think that's going to be it. GG is called. And Holland will even up the series 1-all.
So happy.
Just neutral commentator over here. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I have a lot of passion for Starcraft, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That must be what's up.
I mean, we know that this was going to be a close match, right? And I'm happy to see that it is going to be a close match. If Denmark would have gone up 2-0 here, then you know things get dicey. I just want a very close.
All you can think about is my prediction, then, right?
Yes, that one is already ruined, Todd. That one is in the gutter, where it belongs.
Well, as long as I get the team right, I'm good.
Yeah, I know. You would still be the only one who predicted the team right.
Hipster. And then if I'm wrong, I have nothing to lose. It's not like it will be the first time, right? Tournament after tournament, bottom of the rankings. So.
All right, so I think so far, you know, things going pretty much as expected. Still a lot of tweets coming in. Keep them coming. Hashtag NW3. We want to see how you guys are watching and, of course, enjoying NationWars Season 3. Lawyers watch us too as well. Well, give me your contact. I may need you every now and then. But it does get in trouble.
Keep me out of jail.
Why would I shoot drones in the club? Exactly.
Why not, Roddy? That's
a quote for the ages, Todd. Ah, Cheeky Bear. Is that a Desperados? Corona, maybe?
Wanted to hide it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it looks like a Desperado.
Yeah, I think a Cheeky Desperados. Nothing wrong with that.
Can't tell you, the expert.
What does he say, Todd?
Madame de Nuit. I think it might mean his missus is working by night, like tonight.
Okay.
So he's alone home.
Profit.
Profit means enjoy.
Yeah.
Not profit, not actual profit.
Well, he's like, wives out of the house, profit. Sitting at home.
I don't know about this one.
Enjoying my Friday evening alone.
Maybe she's out shopping, then it's definitely not profit.
He's like, I don't have to do the dishes, I don't have to bring the trash to the front. He's like, this is my life, baby. Just watching SC2. Tomorrow, you gotta clean, you gotta do all your chores. Though.
Do you do all these things, Kev?
Every now and then, yes. I mean, like, I don't like to live.
When the missus asks you to?
You can say a lot about me, but I don't live as a pig. Like, I'll get maybe messy for a day, but then I do clean it up. Yeah. I'm not perfect. I'm pretty lazy in some things, but I cannot
Your
live.
bathroom definitely could use more regular
Yeah,
cleaning.
but that's because I don't sit in my bathroom too often. Like if I sit in the room all the time, like my gaming room, I can be surrounded by mess. That really drives me insane. But the bathroom I only see for a couple minutes a day, so that's all right.
Wow, that's a sick reasoning. I never even thought of this.
No,
I don't know if I like it.
It's something psychological. I don't know why, but if I'm surrounded by chaos, by dirt, and it just makes me feel a little unhappy.
I'm pretty messy, I think. Like, you know, when I travel, all my clothes are like spread out in the entire room. But like, I know exactly where is the clean ones and where is the dirty ones.
Organized chaos stuff.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to head to a very small break. And after that, we'll be back with a few new commentators. And, of course, the second player from Denmark as well. Who's it going to be? Will it be Bunny? Or are we going to see a PvT between Space Marine and Utermo? We're about to find out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to NationWars 3. It's time for what could be the start of a big momentum swing, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it for who?
The thing is Roddy and those guys, they forgot to tell you who the next player is going to be.
Who is this?
Well, we got to find out who the next player is going to be.
Danish player.
Which Danish player is it going to be? It is now. The countdown is on its way. Who is
We
it?
totally know.
No, we don't.
We totally
No, we
know.
don't. It's
It's
probably.
written up here.
I'm not looking over there though.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's going to be Bunny. What do you think?
I don't feel anything. I know. It's Bunny.
Boom! Time
Booyah.
for another Terran versus Terran, and it is the rematch from what we saw yesterday, where we saw Uthermal beat Bunny twice.
Yep.
But today's a different day.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I predicted. I can't remember. I think I said Netherlands. But now I'm like, Bunny, TVT? Nah, he's not going to lose 3 times against Uthermal.
You hope not. Go Team NL. Hashtag Roddy watching over you from that windmill in the back. And here's another one. Hashtag NW3 watching Starcraft in my corner. Hello from the corner. Watching hashtag NW3, hashtag Starcraft.
Like a sir.
Boat to start laddering myself. All right, good one. Enjoy your games. But here we are for the next map. Funker Dunker, give it your best.
All right. Top right. He won yesterday twice against his opponent right now. He's playing for Netherlands, Blue Terran. It is Uthermal. Boom. Booyasha. Top left. He needs to redeem himself. Yesterday wasn't a good day for him, but today he can make it for Denmark. It is Liquid Bunny.
All right, 1-1 apiece in this best of 7. The two nations fight for one position into the playoffs, into the quarterfinals. Mirrored openings to start this off on Central Protocol.
I'll guess first again. Are we on a guess first? Yeah, looking like it. I mean, it's a rather terrible map in general. I don't like it one bit. And oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Whoa. Second barracks?
Yes, we will see a third one.
Uthermal?
Uthermal defended that build. Well, the 3 barracks opening from Bunny yesterday quite easily. Will he be able to beat Bunny with his own build? Or will he stop at 2 barracks? No, 3 barracks. Okay. And that's a perfect position to do it too. Like the distance between main and main on this map, on those positions, is ridiculously small.
Yeah.
And with the reactor first, oh
no
my
unit
god.
to start off with. And he's more than likely, if history is to repeat itself, go for double Reapers, which would delay the factory, would give him 2 Reapers, but there's going to be a lot of Reapers coming out from Uthermal, man.
And he needs to, I don't know, yeah, he's not scouting, and he's going to go for bottom right with the first racks, and the second Reaper is going to go top left. So that first Reaper that you would like to spot your opponent with really fast to maybe to snowball a little bit on the first Reaper before the first and second one are hard for Bunny. He's not going to go the right way. So that's already a pretty big, massive win for Bunny.
Yeah, and at least he has this time where he can have 2 Reapers out, and maybe he can get a 3rd and 4th. The factory can start soon if he decides to go for that, and he does. So here, the second Reaper now going to move in, and he will find out where his opponent is and get run into. Double Reaper immediately.
Okay, he's playing it safe. He's running away with his first Reaper, and that's the good call. Because if he loses the first one, then suddenly Uthermal's build is pretty bad.
2 Marines off the back of this.
Okay, he's gonna hide it for now. It looks like a standard Reaper opening. He doesn't know that there's gonna be 4 Reapers, but he's gonna go at the same place. What is it gonna go? Maybe 2 mines. Reaction time is pretty good from Bunny. And 1 Reaper for 1, 2 Reaper for 1. That's looking pretty good for Uthermal, but the second Reaper dies.
Okay. And the factory gets stopped. Factory gets stopped. And he tries to rebuild it, and it gets stopped again for the second time. 2 Marines about to pop out. A bomb goes down to slow it down again.
Bunny. That's so bad for him right now. If the micro from Uthermal is good,
And
there's
so
no
far
way he
it's
can
looking
defend.
sexy.
Yes, it's looking really well.
Chasing the Reaper down. He's already ahead in workers.
Oh my god. 1 Marine. 0 Marine against 5 Reapers and 2 more. GG, well played. Looking good for Netherlands.
Taking out the best player. Well done, Uthermal. Wow. 2 wins in a row for this kiddo.
3 wins in a row.
3 wins in a row, you're right. 3.
If you consider the fact that he beat him twice yesterday.
Yeah.
And Bunny beat by his own opening yesterday.
This is looking pretty bad now.
But it was an amazing opening for this map.
Yeah.
So I would argue maybe he didn't think everything through. Bunny, that is.
Well, Lillikainen opened the first game of the day up with a win, and then Uthermal's taken 2 back-to-back. We'll see if he can get a third, but right now we have to resort to the last player of Denmark, and it's on Space Marine, who is going to have to be the next player coming out for them, and he needs to do something about this, otherwise a lot of momentum on this side of the team. You've still got Harstem to play.
Yep.
Looking really good for the Dutch team.
Looking amazing. Looking amazing. Let's be honest, it's going to be a really, really hard... Yeah, Space Marine.
It's gonna be
I
very
was so
difficult.
blocked, so blocked at some point. I don't know. My brain didn't work properly. But huge momentum swing. Best Danish player is out of the picture, at least until he gets revived in the 4th map.
You'd be expecting him to get revived.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Uthermal is the new Marine Lord for Netherlands. Terran player who's going for just all kill left and right.
Yeah.
Such a great showing of skills by Uthermal, and the selection of build right on this map was so smart. And that's probably the main issue that I have with Bunny, is that it didn't scouting the first Reaper. I know it's a little bit far-fetched, but he should have thought of the possibility of that build coming up, and maybe you go and you build more Reapers.
Yeah.
And you've got 4 against 4. And maybe your factory is built a little bit safer, or I don't know. But it went awry so fast when he got out the 2 first Reapers, even though he climbed by the exact same spot the 2 Reapers from Bunny were. That was a perfect snowball. Like, you get the 2 Reapers, and then it's only 2 Marines against 4 Reapers, and you can pull a lot of SCVs. But with the new bombs, there is no way you're gonna win this fight. Great play by Utah. Really great play.
Good job.
And Netherlands is in a really good spot.
Yeah, and now we're going over to Dusk Towers, which is the next map, which we need to see Space Marine beat a very superior player when you look at it head-to-head in terms of who they are. Space Marine against Uthermal, a very difficult road for the climb back.
And a pretty good map too for Uthermal. Once again, Dust Towers, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, every pocket expansion is good for Terran right now in TVP, I feel.
Yeah.
Even though it's a pretty abusive map when you think about War Prism and stuff like that, you can still get a little bit, pushed away by some really aggressive strategies in the early game.
Yeah.
But I reckon Uthermal knows what's coming his way. That has to go with probably the Dark Shrine at some point, but before that, lots of aggression. Maybe a proxy from Space Marine. What about that?
Yeah,
like an immortal push with a proxy robo or some stuff. But playing
but Space Marine playing Protoss 9%. In this, he's got to beat the odds as well.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
What a hard mission for Space Marine.
Oh yes.
That's when he wishes that his nickname was more in sync with his race.
Oh man, yes.
Space Marine playing Protoss. What is this?
Oh man, 9%. All right,
9%.
Here we go. Up against it. He needs to do this. We've seen underdogs win big games in NationWars. This has to be one of them for Team Denmark. Otherwise, they have to go to their last remaining player who has to go through. Still, a good set of Dutch players to go through to the quarterfinals. Funker, please do the honors.
Bottom right. He has a really hard task ahead of him. You said it. It's a really bad map for Protoss, and Denmark is not a really good spot right now. It is Space Marine.
Hype.
And in the top right is the Marine Lord of the Netherlands, all killing left and right as Terran. It is Uthermal. Is he going to go for a CC first? No, it's going to be a barracks for our Terran player and into a gas.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he goes for the Reaper. Usually, if I remember correctly, Uthermal is the kind of guy that goes reactor first, but then goes into double Reaper.
Okay. Yeah.
To be sure to have the scout. He does it even in TVZ.
Yeah.
Which kind of baffles me because I like to have the factory way earlier, but Uthermal knows way better than me, so I'm not going to make any comment on this. And no Nexus first for Space Marine. It's going to be Gate Nexus. So not going the total all-in way with a proxy, early proxy or anything.
All right, boom, Nexus. Boom.
Booyah.
Planted down.
What's up? Nexus.
All right, so straight to reactor coming out from Euthermal, and then expansion behind it. You think Euthermal's going to play a pretty defensive game overall? That's what we've seen is kind of common from Terran versus Protoss. So you think he's going to look to put the pressure on to Space Marine, or how would you imagine him playing it, especially on this map?
It's, you know, Euthermal is a different kind of Terran, as we saw. He's a guy that used to have a really aggressive reputation, and I think he brings that again to Legacy of the Void, because you don't see medivacs coming from him.
Yeah.
You see double liberators. He likes to kill workers, and, you know, rightfully so. It's a really powerful tool to have.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Liberator builds. We'll see how he gets to that point, but usually, yeah, you will have a factory at some point. The Double Reaper I was mentioning is here, so he's going to be able to scout everything. Mothership Core and a Stalker first, which is an odd choice to me, considering you see a lot of adepts. But see, even triple command center before the factory, that's a pretty greedy opening. A really greedy opening. He skips the factory, which means no cyclones, no answer to anything like oracles or really early Warp Prism. And already I'm thinking, damn, Space Marine, you should have been a little bit more aggressive, man. You know, you're going downhill on a really bad map for you. Maybe you should have tried maybe something a little bit more aggressive, but he's gonna go for a Stargate, which is still a decent choice. Oracle still packs a punch, as we say.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the results of Euthermal with 4 wins yesterday against Denmark. He's already got 2 again. He's on a 6-game winning streak against Denmark. Unfortunately, he loses both of his Reapers here, which is a little sad.
Did he see the Stargate? Yeah, he sees.
Yes.
Did he click on it? I don't know, but he did see the building.
Yeah.
And then the Starpod's coming up. Actually, the timing on that Cyclone is going to be kind of good. Even with the 3rd command center before. Interesting. I'm liking this build from Euthermal.
Interesting.
Cheeky you.
Cyclone's on its way out. Cheeky Claris.
Now, you might die to a really early Adept push. But as far as target goes, for instance, yeah, it's gonna be fine. Cyclone into a Viking is like going into full defensive mode, which is, you know, kind of smart considering he has already triple command center on a really favorable map. There is no reason to rush anything out, so I'm liking Euthermal's position because, except if he messes up quite bad, and we can see already, he's not gonna mess up. Lockdown on that Oracle, dealing some damage. Like,
just shields, yeah.
Just go back to your base, mate.
Very cool scan there coming out from him. And he actually locks onto the Oracle, and he goes in, he loses 2 workers, but takes the Oracle out. And a scan on top of that 3rd base revealed that the Nexus is on its way. There's not too much he can really do about it for the time being because of his infrastructure being so late with this 3rd command center.
And I think he's loving life. He's totally loving life. He scouted the 3rd base.
Yeah.
At the moment it got dropped down.
Yeah.
Took out the Oracle just after 2 kills, which is, you know, let's keep in mind, 300 gas, 300 mineral investment for 2 SCVs.
Yeah.
An Adept does that by himself. And that was a questionable move, actually, to go back with the Oracle in the same place. Like maybe going for the full, how would you call that? Damn, poker? When you are, you know, you're hiding something, you're lying, a bluff, full bluff. You know, it's like, No, I was like, maybe that Oracle goes back to the mineral line on the 2nd base because, like, okay, the Cyclone is gonna be moved. It's gonna be moved, and then you go full bluff and you go back to the natural. But in the end, it was just rather bad.
Well, Euthermal sitting pretty now, Funker. Just moved his 3rd command center down. Like, all right, this is cool, this is easy. Takes the Observer out of the game as well, denying vision to Space Marine. And now just building up his infrastructure, though we do have already almost 2 Disruptors out. Starting to power away there. 2 hallucinated Stalkers, interestingly.
Hashtag mind games.
Yeah, a bit weird that.
I think he misclicked.
Yeah,
I don't see a reason to go for double hallucinated Stalkers.
Weird.
But yeah, even though The probe count is really good for Space Marine. He's been
Yeah.
chrono boosting those Nexi really diligently.
Yes,
By
correct.
clicking once on every single Nexus.
Really diligently.
67, 70 probe already. So 58 SCV, it's not a bad situation at all for Uthermal. But still, economically, Space Marine is good. No worries like this. But no upgrades. Double Forge are coming up right now. And only 2 disruptors. I don't think that you can break a Terran player with just that army. With some Blink Stalkers and some disruptor, you can deal damage and maybe, make Uthermal worried about a potential like really strong all-in or attack when he's actually taking a 4th base and going double force behind it. It's kind of working though.
Yeah,
double
he
bunkers.
saw this army in the middle.
Yep.
Moving out towards this. He didn't get a scout of the 4th base at all. He actually sees a probe as well. This is actually very telling that this looks like an assault. So if I was Uthermal, I'd be a little bit worried too. He's not quite done with Stim. He's not quite done with Pulse Tap. Though Stim just now finishes. Pulse Tap very close. And he is going to sit back. In reality, there's not that much here, and there is a 4th Nexus down. So I like this little move out, per se, from Space Marine.
Cute move, cute attempt of blinking to the main. Blink is over, so you can blink 5 stalkers into the main, but it would be, awaited, welcomed by 6 or 7 Marine with Stim. So I'm not sure you really want to do this. No 4th command center, so
no,
that's working. That is working for Space Marine, even though the beginning of the game wasn't really going his way. This is looking pretty well.
Yeah, and I think he just realized that this attack is not at all a real attack as he scans and sees a very little army, no pylon, no nothing, picks up his units and decides to put pressure on himself. Disruptor hits could be massive here. He's got to be so very, very careful. He scans ahead of time again and sees 4 disruptors.
He's calling the bluff. He's like, you have nothing. You are developing
2
your
hits
economy.
down.
But that's a good thing. Disruptors, even
down.
though they're gonna get chased down, are pretty good at not getting chased. Oh my god, he missed it! He missed it. He's obliged to blink in now, and that's not going well. Blink Stalkers against Marauders and tanks.
Yeah.
And that 4th base, I like that he took it, but I don't like the location of
You
it.
can even put tanks on the high ground, pick them up, put them there, and as long as Uthermal dodges these disruptor hits, he's actually got a much more powerful army.
Yeah, way more. Even though he's behind on upgrades. A little bit.
A little bit. He's got to poke forward here. He's got a tank in range of the Nexus. Another disruptor hit does nothing here. Immortal taking some real damage. Second disruptor hit comes in, does nothing again. A Colossus comes into play, a Liberator, and a second one too.
Guys, Netherlands.
Space Marine.
Netherlands is looking really well,
and the
really
Nexus
good.
being targeted down.
Yeah.
Is he going to go try to defend it? He sends a depths in, but is that real? Is he going to go for
That's
it?
never gonna work! You can't fight into this! Look at that concave from the Terran player!
Space Marine's trying to defend a Nexus, which is not defendable. And he's in so much trouble. Every single unit goes down. And Uthermal, 4 wins yesterday versus Denmark. He's looking at getting a hat-trick again today. And he is playing out of his mind in NationWars. And that is a smackdown because Space Marine could not defend the 4th. And he is not going to defend the game either. His army is gone. There's just a mere set of Stalkers left. And what a performance again from Uthermal.
Yeah, Space Marine is microing his heart out with those Blink Stalkers, but 162 supply against 77. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. The fat lady
Netherlands
singing.
is gonna win 3-1. GG, well played. And the lead goes for Roddy's people.
3-1. And now the ace player needs to be called out, revived per se, for Team Denmark. One would think it would be Bunny, but right now Uthermal on fire. He's got a hat-trick today against Denmark. He's got a hat-trick against Bunny across the 2 days. This kid performing. Everyone was looking at Harston to be the star player, but this guy's actually getting the results.
Yeah, he's saying, no, you don't have to play.
You don't need to play
let
Harston.
me
You know
take
what,
care
mate?
of this.
You
man.
stay up until 8 a.m. to watch me win.
I like it.
That's what he's saying, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Harston,
exactly.
just stay up really, really late today. Change your sleep schedule in the last week and a half to watch me win.
Change your sleep schedule to see me, take four maps in a row.
You could watch the VODs or replays later, but I prefer if you watched it live.
No. Just be around, on Skype, giving me, shout outs and everything, and just, tapping me on the shoulder via internet.
Yeah.
It's like, good job, kid.
And another big win. Big win.
And, not even trying that much. I mean, he's just outplaying his opponents left and right.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything too cheeky or too technical, or just playing his game is enough against Denmark right now. And that's kind of scary when you consider that in the Danish team there is Bunny.
Yeah.
And against Bunny, he just had to say, I'm gonna go for a triple Reaper build, to triple barracks build, and easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
That's how you say it, mate. That's how you say it.
I'm really worried, really worried. Obviously, Bunny is gonna be revived. We don't expect anybody else.
It has to be.
And then
He's
it's
the best
Yona.
player. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't, right? So, in a couple of moments, right now, team captain Bunny is thinking about sending Bunny. So, we'll give him a couple of seconds. Each team does have 2 minutes after the end of each game to decide on who goes next. Maybe there's a team conference. Space Marine's like, all right, mate. All right, let me bring up the old cheeses. I know all of them.
I can make DTs.
I'll make DTs over and over again.
I'm kind of sad that we didn't see a DD Shrine. It's like,
I don't know. It has to be Bunny.
it has to be, yeah. No, there is no question to be asked. Like, we can build up the hype, and but it's gotta be Bunny. We know it. But looking at Bunny's game plan, not Bunny, sorry.
How's the countdown?
Space Marine game plan. It's like, was a little lackluster.
Nah.
Just go for the attack. Just do something.
Yeah.
Like,
it was an oracle. Overall, it was the oracle into slowing down, then double forge, take the third, take the fourth, push out with a feint, pull back from the feint to defend a
die.
fourth that died. Yeah, it's a bit.
no War Prism, no Adepts,
No.
no DTs, no anything. That's
All right. 10 seconds will tell us whether this is Bunny or not.
10 seconds until Bunny appears on screen.
6 seconds.
6
Only
seconds.
five until Bunny appears.
No, actually 3 seconds.
Well, it's 2.
It's 1 now.
It's actually Bunny.
It is Bunny.
Boom.
So on point
So
today.
sick. We are so
on
good at
point.
predictions.
So on point.
Bunny versus Euthermal for now, and he has to go all the way through Team Netherlands. He's got a long way to go. We're going to go to a 2-minute break, and when we return, it's time to see if Bunny can really perform when it matters the most. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to NationWars 3, where we are getting ready for the ace player of Denmark to come out to keep their hopes and dreams alive against the orange machine that is the Netherlands, and in particular Euthermal.
Yeah,
Orange.
Euthermal is practically a one-man team here at this point.
Yep.
What's going on with the rest of the team?
We're saving it for when we demolish France in the quarterfinals, semifinals.
Yeah?
Yes.
You know I just met Yona on letter, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
It didn't go so well.
That's all right. You haven't met Harston yet. And then, like, if we would go that far, that means that the rest of the team has a couple weeks to practice. But anyway, let's not get ahead of it yet. Bunny is very good. Bunny has what it takes to turn this around. I don't want to see him turn it around. What if Bunny plays as good as he played earlier against Mexico?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Then it's possible. So even though Holland is in a really good spot right now, let's not cheer too early.
It's like, yeah, I agree. I don't want anybody from Netherlands to hate me, but I would like some intensity. Like maybe Bunny takes one and then Artem.
Yeah, I don't care if they hate me. I want Bunny to just win 4-3.
Maybe we can save the
Going full
intensity
YOLO.
for tomorrow, like Germany against New Zealand or something, and this one can be a little less tense.
I agree.
Oh, you do agree.
I agree. I want to see really intense games tomorrow.
Now, tomorrow is going to be great. Of course, after the day, we have 2 more days of NationWars group stage action left, and tomorrow's group is going to be very fun. We've got New Zealand with Petraeus, the Kiwis going up against Germany, Korea, and is it Finland?
Finland is
Who
the
the hell
fourth
is
one.
with Finland right now?
Serral, Welmu, Zhuge
It's a pretty
Cyril,
good.
yeah,
It's
that's
a pretty
actually
good team.
especially with Cyril there. That's right, almost forgot about that new school, Zerg. Either way, we're hopping into Larry Lacrest for another TVT. While we're looking at the main base of the Dutch Terran player. He's known as Mark Sloppy, aka Euthermal.
Euthermal.
Rip headphone users.
And his opponents.
Sorry, guys.
He's going to bring it back in this series and win the whole thing for Denmark. It is, of course, Bunny.
Danska
brother.
Starcraft. Thought it was very funny how Leo Cannon said that.
What did he say?
Just like the
Danska
Danish
Star.
Starcraft scene, I guess, but it's like something like Danska Starcraft. I like the Scandinavian accent.
Yeah.
I'm probably like butchering it, but that's
Yeah,
alright.
you probably do it as well as you do the French impression.
Nee, j'ai parlé un petit peu français.
I don't know. I'm
You
sold.
sound like
I'm
someone
sold. I
who's
like
really
it.
bad
I like
at
it.
French.
Todd is just the guy that's just mad about everything all the time.
Voulez-vous
So.
coucher avec moi ce
Oui.
soir?
Quand ça?
A lot of people would actually say yes to that question.
Oh
I think.
oui! Well met.
Coca.
All right,
Coca wants you.
let's focus.
Apollo's not the only one getting attention anymore.
There's Starcraft going on, boys. Let's focus on the build orders. It's a
Yeah.
big game. It's a big game for my nation. It would be a huge success making it into the quarterfinals, and of course, I think as long as the Dutch, like if Holland would advance here, and we would run into maybe, let's say, Ukraine in the quarterfinals, I think there's a very realistic shot that Holland will make it to the offline event here in Paris in Olympia. I think it would be awesome. I think there are absolutely some Dutch fans that will drive down from the Netherlands all the way to Paris. Tickets are still available as well for the big event in Olympia. I keep hearing it's a very magical, special venue here in Paris, but why, guys? Tell me. Why is Olympia special?
Because all the best artists will probably play in this venue over any other. And like there's been not just like the best French artists, but even some international ones.
Like the Beatles, Elvis Presley?
Yeah, like literally like all the best and biggest artists in the world. And
Drake.
also,
Yeah, probably Drake.
I mean,
Drake would die to go there. Okay, that Reaper already had a kill. But just to close out on what you said, is what's interesting to us also about the Olympia is that that's the first time that the Olympia will not show a musical event or some humorist. That's the first time they open for anything different than this.
Cool.
So that's a pretty sick feeling to have.
Sounds good. It was a very cute move by Bonnie to put that one SCV in the corner of his natural so the Reaper wouldn't be able to pick it off. Well done there. I still end up losing one SCV though, so I think U-Thermal's alright. I love how he's bringing the Marines forward. Is he going to be able to get one here? No. He thought about chasing. But the need for speed wasn't there, or the desire for speed.
So we see the starport coming out from U-Thermal. The CC is a little bit behind, but anything else is going to have a little bit faster technology than his opponent. So
How on point is U-Thermal today? Like even in the previous game, always having Marines in a good spot, Cyclone in a good spot, scanning for observers, and now again first, you know, on the bottom side he's there to say hello to the Reapers, and now he moves the units to the top side, and again before the Reapers even get high ground vision, they are already eating a couple of shots. So these are the small things, but whenever you're a player and all these small things go your way, you just start feeling so good, man, and you're on such a roll, you're gathering so much momentum.
U-Thermal's pretty sick, man.
Yeah.
Some might say he's the Marine Lord of Netherlands. It would be so funny if Netherlands play France. It's like a best of 3 between Marine Lord and U-Thermal to decide who advances.
No.
But they actually, we can't play in quarterfinals because both teams will take second
yeah,
and
but
best.
that's good.
here.
Like I don't want to play you guys in the quarterfinals. I'm ready for a finals.
You want to
Hey,
beat
you
us
want
at home.
Ukraine? Everybody wants Ukraine.
All right, Cyclone on both sides. That's the unit that you want to avoid those kind of shenanigans, and he's already in place. The
Look at that
lockdown is gonna go down, and
Like Roddy in the club.
Roddy in the club is locked down to his targets.
Still seems like a pretty decent job over here though by U-Thermal. He's doing quite a bit of damage.
Oh,
All
the
his Marines
mine!
are still alive. So that's a good hit on those Marines.
Gets baited massively into the Widow Mine there.
Yeah. The matter of fact did get taken out though by that Cyclone that was able to put out enough damage over time. But
Look at the supply. So equal. Still between both players.
I can't believe he managed to save the medivac for that long, considering the lockdown happened twice. But he used
the Widow Mine forced the Cyclone to be out of range, I think, right?
Maybe, or I don't know if there's something weird about the side of the map right there, but the mine is kind of
Are you ready?
like, oh, it's again!
Boom!
Booyah!
A lot less spectacular than when those are probes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been 25 probes dead.
The probes in your main base would have died and you have no idea how. It's like, damn, splash radius is big.
Oh, U-Thermal going for a massive 2-base, build-up. 5 racks already.
He loves it. He
He
almost always
did
does
that
this.
against Bunny yesterday also, yeah.
Bunny though
Interesting.
this time should be aware of that possibility.
I mean, U-Thermal already took him out twice yesterday and even once today. I mean, how many times can you defeat Bunny in a row in TVT? Especially when you say that your TVT isn't very good. I'm not sure how serious we should take that, but you know, I almost feel like it's just a matter of time before Bunny is going to win a game once against U-Thermal. Hopefully this is not the moment though for the Dutch team.
Thermal reminds me of me in Warcraft. I hate playing against Night Elf. Proceeds on never losing against Night Elf like for the longest time.
Wow, that's subtle, Brad. Actually, it wasn't even subtle.
Can he save the tank? Yes, that was close. That was close. But
the chase.
the Viking is gonna chase. Oh, it stopped.
Gave up. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. That would have been a big pick-off.
Yeah, bad Viking. Taking out still 3 SCVs for a sizable number of units, I would say. Like
Eternal, there's quite a few walkers behind. 43 to 51.
Yeah, he lost quite a couple there.
But what I'm thinking is, once again, like he cuts SCV really early into the game because he has no real intention of playing on 3 base. So 46, 44 is a number that he likes to reach, and then he stops and he just goes full production. And with his 5 racks factory starport, he should be able to deal a massive amount of damage if Bunny is not
Cyclone drop.
prepared.
But I feel that
Next level TVT.
I feel that Bunny is pretty ready this time.
Yes, no third command center.
This seems like a very weird drop. I'm not. Oh, I think he's trying to intercept the medevac, maybe.
Yeah,
Going
probably.
fishing.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's definitely not going to be 2 passing ships in the night this time. If this is the medivac
ships crashing into the night.
a battleship
Yeah.
and an old pirate ship meet at sea.
No idea what you guys are on about right now.
It's okay.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
It's a French thing.
Testos is meta.
Okay.
Look at his upgrades.
Like the upgrades. Spot on.
Oh, double cyclone.
I mean, 61 army supply against 55, that's a minor advantage, but I don't think that's big enough to run up a ramp to run into a Terran that has tanks in position. So Utermal really has to somehow, some way find an opening here. If he gets tanks on the long road there, like Koka is showing us, he would be in range of the
But
add-ons.
Bunny's scanning the whole time.
Yeah.
Bunny's vision is so good here. Like he knew that he needs to make sure there's no setup, pre-setup here, reached by Utermal, so he put everything in his medivacs here in terms of tanks. And that's a very scary drop here with his medivacs.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
He's gonna drop the tanks. He's gonna be able to get
Where
a
you
couple
going?
volleys up. Nope. Good job there by Utomo reacting to it. But now the medevacs are a little bit out of position. That Cyclone did quite a bit of damage.
Here I was thinking that Blink Stalkers and Disruptor Micro is difficult. Imagine this army. Like, he's got Marines, tanks in medivacs, and the Cyclone to try and lock down some of these medivacs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the Terran, the Terran community had to change every single hotkey for the way you have to play TVT right now. Tank had dropped first for Utermal, but they're gonna look at each other, not moving that much right now. Viking is gonna get targeted down, but not gonna die.
I can't believe that Cyclone is still alive. The Cyclone of
Oh, it
Utomo
was.
is actually still full HP as well.
think
I don't
he-
really.
yes,
I'm
too.
not sure how I feel about this. Bonnie, you're on 3 CCs. You don't have to be here. Why is he even standing here? This might be the fight that Utermo is looking for. It kind of has to happen right here and right now, though. And it seems like a pretty decent engagement for the Dutch Terran at first. Is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to clean up all the forces
Oh,
here?
he's got
Yes,
so
he
much
is.
more. 62 army supply to 37, and Bunny might have overextended here.
It's the exact repeat of the last game. He has a better way of winning in the late game, but he's out of position, trying to get a fight outside of the main, and he's gonna lose it for
Thermal
it.
is winning his best of 7 against Bunny in
I
these 2
can't
matches
believe
here.
GG!
Wow, GG! Hup, hold on, hup. Laat de lul niet in. Ah, that's sick, man. That is really sick. But I can't believe why. Well, Bunny didn't
Second
have to be
time.
there. Bunny, you have 3 CCs. Like, you're giving Utermo what he wants. Like, Utermo is like, okay, the clock is ticking right now. I need to fight immediately. And then Bunny's like, well, you know, let's just take a fight in the middle of the map.
The thing is, though, he doesn't know if Thermal necessarily has a third himself or not. And just looking at the army, it looked like they had similar armies. That's maybe what Bunny looked at. He's like, all right, we got same armies. I'm better than him. Let's just fight. Well, no.
Yeah,
He
but
had maybe a little bit more, took a better fight, and won.
definitely took a better engagement, man. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful spread on all those Marines, and I feel that the tanks got better volleys off there as well. I mean, that was a landslide victory, despite the fact that he was, what was it, maybe 6 to 8 army supply ahead. Maybe Bunny left a few more units behind, not exactly sure about it. Either way, it doesn't even matter anymore, guys. The Netherlands will advance to the quarterfinals as
Great
second
job.
nation in this group, behind Canada. The red, white, and blue, baby.
Is there a nickname for Netherlands, like Orange, the Orange,
Yeah,
or something?
Orange machine, they call it, or just orange. Oranje, we say.
Oranje, yeah, I was wondering.
Houden van
Yeah, go ahead.
Oranje.
If they start singing the anthem, please run to them and sing with them. That would be
our,
good.
our anthem is very...
Do you know it?
yeah, of course I know it. Wilhelmus van... Nah, I'm not-
I wish I knew it. I would like to sing it with you, so you would feel at ease. I don't.
it's I sing it on a certain
What
moment.
does it mean?
The anthem, it's kind of weird, to be honest. It uses a lot of very traditional old words. Well, it's something about the King of Spain back then. Like it's very weird. Like we refer to, I don't know. It's a long story. It's hard to explain.
So Netherlands in quarterfinals can either play Ukraine or Poland.
Yes,
Or the first from tomorrow and after tomorrow's group. And by the way, the groups will be drawn on Sunday.
Yeah.
The bracket.
The
sorry.
rally.
Yeah. The
That's
round
very
thing.
important to mention. So, needless to say, I think right now if we would ask the Dutch players, we ask Harstem, Utermo, and Jona, they'd say like, well, Ukraine wouldn't be too bad. I'm pretty sure they'd be very confident against Ukraine. Poland would be a very tough match, but let's be honest, there are no pushovers anymore in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
You know, even in the group stages, things were already getting pretty fierce. But as soon as we get into the quarterfinals, which will still be played online on January 2nd and 3rd, I believe, that's when you're truly going to have to fight for every map, and every map is going to matter so incredibly much. And then the final 4 nations will advance to the semifinals and the finals that are going to be played live here in Paris at l'Olympia.
L'Olympia.
If there is...
L apostrophe.
Yeah. You remove the E, exceptionally.
I'm pretty sure it's just le, guys.
Yeah, well, everything in French is le. So, le Todd,
Le baguette.
le baguette, le funka. So everything is le TV. Well,
I have to
Le
admit,
roti.
le roti.
Le roti
Le
works.
roté.
Le Apollo.
Roté. We like roté here. We don't say roti. But yeah,
Man, what a
Gra-
performance! What a performance by
congratulations.
Utermo.
yeah,
And,
what a
thank
performance!
you.
Like, what are his stats after all?
Let's check.
Now.
Is
Utermo is-
Liquipedia updated? It's a test for
Hey,
you.
Romy,
It should be.
is Liquipedia updated already? Yes, it is.
I think he's 8 and
No,
1.
it's not.
8
Wait,
and
no,
1.
that's last.
I think he's 8 and 1.
8-1. That is.
I mean, he probably
So
played
sick.
in the qualifier as.
No, it's not. It says Uthermal is 4-1.
So he's got double all kill. Yeah, there is stream
but
delay.
he did win today, so 4 and 0. So he should be 8 and 1.
Yeah,
Did he play in the qualifiers? No, we were already seeded into the next round, correct?
yeah, and he lost,
Yes.
and he just lost instantly in the game against Canada,
Yep,
right?
and he
Okay, so
wasn't the ace
8
player,
and
so-
1. That's really impressive stats. That's almost
I mean,
Marine
he
Lord
carried
caliber.
it, man. He carried
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he carried really hard.
But I-
One-man army.
But I feel very good about when Harstem comes back to Europe. He doesn't have to play at a very awkward hour anymore.
Yeah.
No more 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. for Harstem, and no ping or latency issues either. So
Harstem didn't even play, actually, like just
Today.
now. He woke up.
just had food as well. I've been eating all those noodles.
He's been
like, "Guys,
conditioning.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Sorry.
Meanwhile, like Harstem is sitting in Korea. He's like, "Go bunny, go bunny," and Jonas like, "What the hell, man? What are you doing?" Like, I want to play a game as well. Nah,
Mark Schleppy put
Oh,
an
yeah.
end to this, man.
No, seriously, great showing out of the Utomo, and I'm looking forward. Like we talk a lot about NationWars, which is normal because that's what we're casting right now. But what does it say about Utomo's level in general for future competitions?
About this group as a whole, by the way, Mexico didn't make it. A top 4 finisher from last season. That's pretty big.
Top 2.
Oh, yeah, top 2.
Top 2 and top 1 are already eliminated, like Rotterdam was telling us
There's
earlier.
been a change in the hierarchy here, much like in football when Netherlands didn't make it to the Euro this time around. It's
All
our
right, well,
finalists
let's
from
cut
last
it off.
season.
Let's head over to the captain interview right now, as I believe Harstem is ready and Utermo as well. So guys, just take it away.
You guys are on fire back there. Jew!
Girapolo,
Yeah, how's it going, man? How's it going?
really great. Utermal keeping the winning strike ready.
Yeah, it's they played so well. I think they're on the phone with us too. Hello, Team Holland.
Hey,
Hello.
congratulations.
Congratulations. First question has to be Kevin. Kevin, it's got to be you. How does it feel to wake up, change your sleeping schedule to watch Uthermal win?
I'm not even mad. Like, honestly, I'm just happy.
You weren't needed, sorry.
I really wanted to play, though. Don't get me wrong. I really wanted to play on Prior to Rest as well. I was really looking forward to playing on this map, showing some awesome PvT that everyone has been waiting for. But now, I mean, Eternal doesn't care what I want. He just goes and goes. And once the train starts going, he doesn't stop. Every time he wins a single game, he just all kills. That's, just his style, and I guess we have to accept it.
Are you still relieved to win the match because Bunny was on fire on the first one? Were you sure that you could have beat him if he have won against Utermal?
You see, it's a dumb question because it didn't happen. I had full trust in
Because
Eternal.
he said wherever you are, even if Korea, you are still Harstem. Like, he was saying, I'm still better than you, even if you are practicing in Korea.
See, but that's just interpretation. Maybe he just was saying it's still Hearthstone, no matter where he is. Maybe he was saying like he could be playing from the pits of hell or whatever, and he'd still be Hearthstone. I thought of it more as a sign of respect than disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, the bottle's always half full, bro. Euthermal, 2 all kills versus the same nation. You've picked off an entire country twice. You must be feeling pretty good. A bit of swagger going on, bit of confidence levels. Don't need Hearthstone. All this talk about the year of Hearthstone. Fuck that guy. It's all about you, man.
Well, to be honest, I think if I would have lost, my team would have won anyway. So I don't think it was that important that I all killed.
What? What do you mean it's not important you all killed?
Well, I'm actually sure that Kevin would have won. Like, our plan was just that I would kill as many people as possible and then let Kevin deal with Bunny, but didn't need to.
Well done. It was good games, and you've got a massive winning streak against Bunny now in this tournament, 4 times. That's pretty impressive especially against a player of his caliber. Surely that's something you're pretty proud of as well. I mean, obviously Kevin could have come in to do it for you, but 4 times in a row.
Yeah. Well, I think Bunny might have lost a bit of motivation after yesterday, because Bunny had pretty decent record against me, and I'm always whining about how much I hate TVT, so he was probably like, alright, I'm gonna get sent out a second and just kill you thermal quite easily. I think after yesterday he kinda lost some motivation. I also saw him write some comments about how much he thinks TVT is a gamble and stuff, so I think this last NationWars was more of a formality.
Quick question, because I know Yoga wants to ask you a very specific question in a minute, but Euthermal, where would you rank yourself as a European player compared to all the others? Obviously, there's so many really good European players. Like, are you top 20, top 10, top 5? Where do you see yourself?
Maybe top 3.
Top 3?
I think top 3, yeah.
Who's above you?
Well, I think no one's above me, but I'm kind of equal with Nurcho and Marine Lord. I think my matchups against both of them is kind of good for me. I have a good win rate against them, but they're in general quite good as well. So I think I'm just like top 3 together with them. But I don't think any of us is like better than the other.
And Hearthstone's outside of that because he's in Korea. He doesn't count for now.
Well, it's so hard to judge Hearthstone, Someone's playing in Korea, I have no idea.
Okay, Yogo's got a question for you guys.
Yeah. I was just wondering because as a Frenchman, of course, I was a bit surprised when Euthermal were saying that maybe Netherlands was better than France. Can you explain a little bit?
So this is your comment about how you thought Netherlands was a better nation than France, apart from Korea, right?
Because there is you, obviously, there is Hearthstone. Do you think that now Netherlands is a really, really good country?
Yeah, for sure. I think the comment was about Heart of the Swarm, actually. If you're meaning the interview, I think it was a Heart of the Swarm comment, because, Lilbaum and Renard were getting a lot of hype, but I actually think Netherlands was the best region back then, because I was possibly the best foreign Terran at the end of Heart of the Swarm, I think, and Kevin was performing so well, and Red was getting top 16 in WCS as well, so it was a comment about, in Heart of the Swarm, I thought Netherlands was actually better than France. And I think France, to be honest, is actually a bit weaker now in Legacy.
Okay.
I think it's mainly a Lilbao issue. It hasn't found its footing yet, I guess. But
I just want to go further because when we are watching from the outside, we don't really know. Do you have a scene like in Netherlands because in France there is many players in Grandmaster League, but no one know about them because they are good, but not enough to show themselves in good tournaments. Do you have that in Netherlands?
Yeah, I think so. It's not as big as it used to be because there's a lot of like LANs and tournaments in the Netherlands, and it used to be like top 8 were usually GM players, and now it's more like top 4, top 6. So we probably have like a sub-top of GMs that people don't really know well. I guess Yona is one of the more known ones, but we also have like Optimus, people like that are pretty good, pretty high in GM, but aren't that well known yet. I think Dutch scene is pretty strong actually.
Okay.
Yona, obviously, congratulations as well. No, it's not just about these two guys as well. You're part of the team. You've made it to the top 8. You're going to be playing in 3 weeks or so from now in the quarterfinals. What are your plans leading up to that then?
Since we qualified for bracket, I'll start taking the game seriously again for a little bit. I actually took a step back from Starcraft when Legacy released. I played full time for like 2 years, and I had really like disappointing results for like the amount of time I invested in it. So I felt like it wasn't worth it for me anymore. So I took a step back. I started to do other stuff, play other games, just kind of like do whatever I felt like. And I've never really had a drive to play again outside of like little amounts up until this point where I really like feeling like I couldn't pull my weight like in this match really made me very motivated to be able to be more part of the team, I suppose, for the next match.
Is there a certain amount, a certain element that puts pressure on you to keep up with the level of Hearthstone and Thermal, knowing that obviously a game could be on your shoulders if they fail?
Sure. I mean, there's pressure for anyone because anyone doesn't want to let their team down. But I'm not worried. I used to be able to beat good players, and I think if I practice for a few weeks, I'll be able to again.
Okay.
And hopefully, I hopefully make up for Roddy because Roddy actually gave his spot to me so I could play, and I hope I don't let him down.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you heard that.
I have a
Would be
last
nice.
question. Maybe tomorrow there is Korea playing. Obviously, we saw Parching at DreamHack, but we absolutely don't know about the level of innovation or Hydra. Maybe Arstem, you could give us a little bit of insight if you played them, if you know a little bit more about them.
Yeah, Inno is sick. I don't know much about Hydra. He's probably playing on a barcode. I'm pretty sure I played Innovation a few times. It's very difficult. Like everyone's playing on barcode.
Yeah.
There's one guy that's called Innovation on ladder, but he's like rank 60, so I really doubt he's Innovation. But I think any of them on a good day, it would be really hard to beat just one of them. Like if we could send all three of us and an ace player. So we're going like I think basically any other nation is going to have an amazing day to be able to beat Korea. Like it's definitely the country to beat, no doubt in my
So
mind.
if we assume that Korea goes through first place tomorrow into the bracket, out of the 3 nations other that you could play, so Poland, the Ukraine, and Korea, I'm guessing it'd be the Ukraine you prefer to play, or you don't really care about Poland?
Well, I don't really care too much about the skill of the players as long as there's no Zergs there. I think we're in a good spot. So I guess Poland would be hard. Ukraine is only 1 Zerg, right? So that would be alright.
And Tomago too.
Jesus.
What is the point then?
It's going to be a bit harder. Korea is going over I think Dimaga isn't quite on the level as Nurcho and Elage though. So I think Ukraine would be the easier one for sure.
Quick question as well. Are you spending the next few weeks in Christmas and New Year's in Korea as well? Or are you coming back?
I'm going home for Home Story Cup, and because I basically had no information about like WCS or whatever, so I couldn't come back here again because I didn't know what to do. So I just decided to go home.
So you're coming back for Home Story and then staying for a little bit, and then planning to go back, or staying?
Like I have no clue because I don't know how WCS or whatever is going to work. It's just a big question mark for me right now. But I really would like to come back. It's amazing here.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, guys. Congratulations on making it to the top 8. And take the weeks now. Obviously, enjoy your Christmas holidays, but keep practicing. We like to see you perform well. I know Rotti's very excited that you guys have gone through. And any last words that you like to say to all the Dutchies? Because I know there is a lot of Dutchies watching this right now.
Can we do it in Dutch?
You can do it in whatever. You can do it in Korean if you want to, Hearthstone, but Dutch is fine.
안녕하세요.
Is that to start?
No, that was my Korean hello. Aan alle Nederlanders die ons de laatste dagen tweets of op Facebook berichtjes, e-mailtjes hebben gestuurd. Van hartelijk bedankt. Ik hoop dat we jullie trots hebben kunnen maken, ook al zijn we niet eerste geworden in onze groep. Ook nog even een kleine shout-out naar onze Vlaamse fans. Ik weet dat jullie België zijn, maar vanaf nu horen jullie gewoon bij ons. Dus als wij spelen, ook gewoon voor ons cheeren, boys. Hebben jullie nog iets?
Nee, niet echt.
Can you thermal?
I guess you asked if they had anything else to say, and they said no?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, guys. Congratulations once again, and we'll see you in the top 8.
See you.
Ciao.
Peace.
All right. Another country in the top 8.
Yes, it's nice to finish with the smile of Arstem because tomorrow people will suffer from Korea.
It's going to be a great day, of course, tomorrow. We're going to go
Yes.
back to the respective commentary teams to discuss what's coming tomorrow.
See you.
Thank you very much, guys. I think it was very nice to see the Dutch players being so happy and being so chilled out. I like those guys. Man. It's a bunch of
You
good
left
dudes.
your spots for Yona on the team. Already.
Well,
what a guy.
not necessarily just for Yoda, but I already explained that story a couple of times. Right? Like,
You could have been on the Netherlands team
Yes.
when Uthermal all kills his whole way to the
I know.
victory
I
and
could
made
have
some
went to-
serious money.
Esports earnings, baby. Run it down like fucking winner of Europe, NationWars Season 3. Thanks to you, Terma and Arstem. Nobody would have known, but no, I just couldn't do it. Maybe at NationWars Season 4, boys. Maybe if I actually deserve it, then I'll put my name up there that people can vote for me. But not yet.
That's so nice of you.
Roddy wasn't ready.
No, it's cool. I mean, you put it pretty well, I think.
I want to see you compete, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to see it next week, but it's going to be rough.
yeah, you're playing Umsari Cup. That's right.
Yeah, but like, it's so random. Like, if you get put like in a group of death, like Take every time, put me in. Shout out to Take. No.
Last time I checked, you had In Control in your group, though.
Well, okay, this one time.
I remember you
this one time I
losing
got a
to
free
him.
win and almost threw it away because I was so confident. But no, hey, actually, you know, like O Gaming,
Yes.
they have like a sub amount, and if they reach a certain amount, like I don't remember,
2,750, I think.
subs, they will do a caster league with all the casters from O Gaming, and like you, Nate, whoever wants, like me. and
You'll
stuff.
be
So
able
maybe
to
we'll
crush
see you
face.
compete in this.
I will.
It would be fun, I think.
He would
As long
be
as we
able
play
to.
on the North American server. I am playing cross server.
Wouldn't matter, but
Either
no,
way,
a pretty good day.
Yeah, I think it was another very fun day. Thanks for all the tweets that we had. Hashtag NW3, keep them coming. We want to see how you guys are enjoying NationWars Season 3, the group stage. We have 2 more days of action ahead of us. I believe tomorrow we're going to kick off Group D, and it should start at 6 p.m. as always, where the first match is finally going to be the highly
gonna be 5
anticipated
p.m. Sorry.
South Korean squad. Apparently it's going to be 5 p.m.
Sick
because
hype.
everybody hates consistency. I heard it's underrated anyway. Or overrated. They're going to go up against New Zealand. That should be really fun. And then, of course, Germany. We're going to see some really creative stuff going up against Finland. I'm pretty damn sure Finland has an L in it, but maybe they stole it.
Oh, yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
No!
Magically appeared.
Roddy, you
It's a
got magic
Finland.
powers.
It's a Finland.
Finland.
Should be a very fun day. Of course, tomorrow we'll do the 2 opening matches and the winners match. So we'll qualify 1 nation. And then on Sunday, we are going to close out the entire group stage.
Some
with
of the big names here that we're going to see as well, just to get you guys excited. Obviously, South Korea is going to be parting, Hydra, Innovation. New Zealand has Petraeus. Germany has Showtime, which personally is the guy I'm most excited about for tomorrow with parting. And then Finland, Wellmoose, Cyril. Pretty sick lineups.
Yeah, I would argue like every single lineup except maybe for New Zealand that is really top heavy with once again just one player that can carry his team. The rest of them really interesting because all players are kind of sick. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The German lineup is really good. Finland we don't really know yet, but the names are pretty impressive. And obviously Korea. I mean, you know, Innovation, Parting, Hydra. I'm really looking forward to the level that they have on the game so far. We know about Parting, but we don't know for Innovation or Hydra. And tomorrow is going to be sick.
Yep, it's going to be an amazing day. So we'll welcome you tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the same stream as always. Thank you guys very much for watching and have a lovely Friday evening.
Bye-bye.